What are we doing, Jack?
Spiderman!
Boy. Riveting.
Okay, I gotta do it. Cough in, get her to let me in the underground.
Hey, Miles. You
We just,
What a
Why would
weird,
you
like,
say that?
physics break.
I know, right?
I
We
saw
just
the
saved
news
an
about Tom's
EMT's,
rally.
We're fine.
car from
Do you
being
have time to get
carnapped.
coffee, maybe?
From being from a chop shop.
Carnapped.
From being
Something's
carnapped.
weakening
Carnapped,
emergency.
Oopsie. Oh. Traversal challenge. Dude, I'll do those off screen. They're so hard.
Yeah, you actually need to think.
I need to and I need to gold them
Yeah.
so I can get all the stuff. Yeah.
All the stuff.
Sorry, sucks to be you guys. I'm doing traversal off screen.
Oh, actually, do you need to fast travel anywhere? Fast travel somewhere.
Remember right here. I need to be over there anyway.
Watch this load.
Looks like Teo's bodega
Jesus.
That's it.
was robbed. Hope I can help.
So fast.
Sorry,
Isn't that
bad
ridiculous?
Oh, there's
You
one
have
over
time
here.
to grab coffee with me?
I can make time. There's a place on Edison, near Fisk Tower. They don't do foam art, but people don't take pictures of their lattes, so worth it.
Okay, meet you
Oh,
there.
right by the house.
Okay.
The fast travel
Going
point
into
was your
infiltrating a dangerous
house.
group of criminals.
No, it was the roof of my house.
Shut up.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Okay, time to browse through Reddit for random stories.
Spider stories. You story the Spider-Man? The Spider?
Okay, what do you think of Age of Empires?
It's whatever, dude, honestly.
Were you a fan of it?
I was okay. I mean, listen, I like RTSs.
Uh-huh.
I respect Age of Empires for being a
Jameson is a train debater.
revolutionary RTS of its time.
Even if I'm right, that doesn't mean I
But
can
whatever,
win.
another one's showing up.
Sometimes
I don't
it's
care.
not about the
So,
it's about being the one who talks
For
the most
a bit,
or the
I
loudest.
played
But
with
look,
two
this
of my
debate is going to
buddies,
happen.
and
I
we would
couldn't
do like
limit
3
myself to
versus
this
3
live,
and like
maybe we'll all learn
computer against computers,
Next week, I'll
and we
post
were
an edited version of
we
the
were doing
debates
like
with Triple J.
at one
The
point
full
we were doing
transcript on
hard
my
difficulty,
blog.
or like the
Until then,
hardest
remember to
difficulty, and
invest
this is
in
when I was
blue light
watching
filters
like
and
a
screens, gives you
professional
headaches.
Age of Empires player, so I was
Yeah.
learning stuff of him, and one of my buddies was like, "Hey, we should take this online." I'm like, "Dude, you think we're doing good against computers? We're gonna be railed." And sure enough, because they didn't take it as seriously as I did, we got reamed like in the first 5 minutes. It's like playing StarCraft online. You don't freaking do it.
Funny. So my first experience with StarCraft was the old neighbor kid, Michael Scoggins.
Okay.
He had StarCraft on his computer,
Okay.
and
Guess it can't hurt.
oh, we're looking for the cat.
Should probably call
And then
GameFarer.
later, I got it for
Go
myself,
to a power station.
and I remember people telling me like, you don't take StarCraft online. Like it doesn't matter how good you are. I did the same thing. So well, I had YouTubed like professional StarCraft players, and I was like, holy crap, man! Those kids pulling like over 100 keystrokes a minute
Yeah.
in a game where I'm like, dude, when I would play it, I'm sitting there going like,
Yankee,
what are these
I need
guys
help.
even
Some
doing
dudes
that
robbed
requires
two
that many
bodega, then headed to the
keystrokes?
closest
Yeah,
power station.
and they're also doing everything you would normally do without even seeing what's going on. They're just doing things.
Yeah, they're just clicking away.
Yeah.
Having at it. I took it online twice, and I got Zerg rushed and annihilated
Transformers?
twice, and I never went online again.
Great story though.
Dude, I was like,
Sorry.
how did I get annihilated in 17 seconds?
Sure it'll knock out the whole block. Reasonably sure.
That's just the funny part, isn't it?
It'll take the cops longer to catch on.
Let's see.
Never been part of a plan like this. That's because you've been working small time. This kind of work's got a long-term opportunity.
What else?
Be my trash heap.
Oh man, so there's a Van Gogh. There's a Van Gogh
Van Gogh.
interactive interactive exhibit coming to one of our museums up here.
Oh, that's really cool.
And my mom shot me
Just waiting around.
the page for it. She's like, hey, this is coming to Portland. Would you like to join us? And I asked her, what is it? Because I wasn't quite sure. Is it just like,
Lights out for
is
you.
it just a bunch of his paintings in a room? Why is it called an interactive museum?
Score and I'm out.
I just wasn't really sure, you know? My mother,
Output is down to
rest her soul,
64%.
she
Maybe you can find a
texts
backup.
back to me. She texts back to me. He's an interesting dude. He was crazy, painted all of his paintings within the last few years of his life, and killed himself at 37. Poverty-stricken, mentally ill, he was considered a failure of his time, and only became famous years after he died. And I was like, Mom, I know who Van Gogh is. What the hell is the exhibit? She goes, I'm sure you've seen some of his works, and then sent me a picture of the Starry Night. I was like, Mom.
We know who Van Gogh is.
She even sent me an about thing of Van Gogh. I was like, bro.
Today I learned 10.4% of the world's population is either in a marriage/relationship with their second cousin or closer relative, or is the result of such a union. Interesting.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, that's like Iceland. So Iceland, because they have such a small population, you actually, before you're married, you're required to put your names into their not really a directory, but it's like a history of everyone there, to see if you're actually further enough relatives to
To not date your cousin.
yeah, or marry your cousin or whatnot.
Where is this?
Iceland.
Iceland. So if I fly to Iceland, I'm gold.
Yeah.
Spider-Man! Wait! Wait!
You're like, ooh, new gene pool.
Spider-Man went down the
Yeah.
elevator shaft.
Let's see.
Oh, man, where'd the cat go?
He's gone.
I'm coming for you, Spider-Man.
I'm not talking
Hang
about
tight.
politics. That's not happening. Way too slippery of a slope.
Spider-Man!
Yeah, we don't need to
wait.
get into... This isn't a political cast.
No. Besides, what the fuck do we know at like
I think I know
27?
what these dudes want. There's a bank on this block.
Fuck all.
No
Yeah.
power means
Honestly.
no security.
It's just like
We're getting a bank heist?
I'll
Stop
say
the
this
crime
about
before it
politics.
begins.
There's so many
We're only two
there's so many
men
things that
see
people
the
follow
future.
about, like either
Only
congressmen
they
or
can
presidents
stop
or
it.
whatever. But there's a lot of times where I look at it in the perspective of, is this going to affect my daily life? 99% of the time, the answer is no.
Man, someone's out cold.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the biggest problem in politics is that everybody wants you to do it their way, and their way maybe isn't the best, bro.
Well, yeah.
You know, but there's always everybody's way has, an up and down to it.
Mhm.
And that's just the way.
It is the way.
Who sees you? I know who sees you, but let me kill you.
Hey, you don't kill.
Well, hear me out. Some of the way that Spider-Man hits these people. Oh, wait, was that it?
Someone back me up.
Oh my gosh.
Should I go to an Ask Reddit thing?
For what?
Random topics.
For random topics.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go to Ask Reddit.
I like how these two are trying to figure out where all their homies went,
Oof.
right? Take a look at this. They're over here talking about where all their homies went.
As they're stepping on their bodies. And they don't look up. This Ask Reddit was, people who were made to choose between your pet or your partner. How did your ex react when you chose your pet? Ugh. Thankfully, I've never had to deal with it. But if they're the person to ask you that, most likely you're going to choose the pet.
Any idea?
Dude, I'm not. You're boned.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you.
So,
I love the
output's
dog
at
first.
0.
I got that.
Pulling up emergency lights.
That was like
Okay.
that dude who
You can
shared
restore
the
power and charge
screenshot
the other
of
backups.
On it.
this girl he met on Tinder, and she opened up the conversation with, "I don't like beards," and like his photo is him with a big old beard.
How many people
And he's going,
bust a prop
why on earth did you match with me? And she was like, well, I'm hoping you can shave it for me. He was like, I don't even know you.
Yeah, there's such an emphasis on like I can change him,
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, you
or I
shouldn't
can
have
change
to-
her. It's like no.
Yeah, that shouldn't be your end goal, my dude.
Why we gotta keep
Yeah.
cutting?
Like,
Sure it's done.
there was one person I know, and I saw this story on Instagram that she was doing. She was having a
believe
bad
that.
day, and she's like, my husband isn't doing the things I'm telling him to do. If that's your sentence, there's something wrong with that sentence. Because I don't know if you're like me, but if Kat tells me to do something,
Bet you didn't see that
I'll
coming.
do it. It's just on my time.
Yeah, give me a minute. I got other projects going on.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not just over here farting around.
yeah.
I think that's why Heather doesn't get mad at me either when she asks me to do something and I don't like drop whatever I'm doing to do it immediately.
Yeah.
So that reminds me. Oh shoot.
Pack a sandwich.
Did he skip to safe right after I?
What does it remind you of?
Backup system.
Not remind me. I never understood the girls who are like, they get mad when their husband or boyfriend plays video games like after work.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, like some of my friends when they got married, their girls would get livid, and I'm like, dude, you and I like just worked a 14-hour shift together, and we have to be back. Like we have to be back there in 7 hours.
Yeah.
Let the dude play an hour of video games.
Yeah.
Give him an hour.
I mean, shit. There are times that I tell Kat, hey, I'm going to play Borderlands. Is that cool with you? She's like, oh, yeah, I'll just play Star Wars on the laptop. And we're hanging out, just doing our own thing.
Right?
Like, I love it that she's not one of those girls where
Find the
we're
main
attached
generator.
at the hip. She never was that type of person. But I'm
Right.
like, your relationship loses, it loses something
Any idea who
when you
A lot of people want to rob
when you
banks.
lose
it
yourself.
was worth a try.
When you don't have an individual self.
There's the main breaker.
Yeah.
You identify as like
Guys,
both of you.
then
It's
I
like
can
no,
figure
no,
out
no,
how
no.
to fix it.
I don't feel like that's how it should be.
Stay sharp, boys. Someone's trying
Like,
to undo
ever.
our good
You
work.
you have to be in a relationship. You have to be okay with being together and being separate. Because come on. If you're with each other all the time, you're gonna find things to nitpick and you're gonna find things
Not
that
in
make
a
you
good
mad.
way.
Has to be the
Bo-
other one.
both.
I don't have that many
It's true.
enemies.
Both parties need their own hobbies. You know.
Yeah.
And I think time alone is important.
Yes,
Not-
absolutely.
Not all the time, but like, you know, go out, you know, don't be afraid to go out with the girls. You know, give me an hour by myself.
Yeah, and
Like
like
think.
it's that whole mentality of you should be comfortable with yourself before you try and share your life with someone.
Yes.
Dental school. Once we get our cut,
It's like
go to 7 dental schools.
one of my sister-in-laws.
Take a leak.
I love all of them, but she has terrible choice in men, and she doesn't take a break in between them.
Yeah, you gotta be.
And she can be like really defensive about things, even though sometimes they're emotionally abusive, and it's just like, girl, come on. I love you, and I hate seeing you in this because you don't deserve this. But they're old enough that I can voice my opinion, but then I'm not gonna keep saying it. You know, it's their decision. If they want to do that, whatever.
They're adults, dude.
Yeah.
Let them, you know. Exactly. You gotta let them have at it. But
Yeah.
I also think in a lot of ways, you know, nobody ever taught you how to be in a relationship.
No.
That's something you just kind of figure it out. And I think the worst part about that is that it's very easy to get it wrong.
Well, I'd say it's a lot of media stuff. Because when you see relationship in media, it's always drama. It's like they think you have to be in a good relationship, there has to be drama. But it's like you and I, we don't have arguments with our significant others.
Oh, I thought you were talking about our relationship, you sweet bean.
No, you know exactly what I mean, because we know people where they're always in arguments with their significant other, and it's just like, why?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, at the end of it all, too, what was the argument worth?
Yeah.
I feel like nobody came out the winner. You know,
Yeah,
and there didn't even need to be a winner.
Yeah, you're just degrading each other, and then that's the other thing is like someone has to win. It's like, why does someone have to win? Why does it have to be a win-lose situation? You know, it's like, do you want to be right? Like what?
Okay, yeah, can you just not be right?
Because, I mean, I've been stubborn before because, you know, we're guys. I'm a Taurus.
I don't know what that means.
Well, apparently Tauruses are very stubborn.
I'm a Taurus. Okay.
But I took my car to Home Depot to get the grill.
Okay.
And it was already pre-assembled. And I'm like, it'll fit. Yeah, it didn't fit.
I don't know why you thought a grill would fit your car.
Now,
It's not powered.
I was trying to defend myself. If I brought a screwdriver, I could have taken off those side tables and it would have fit.
You know, honestly, in your defense, your little car has surprised me before. Like that time we got the ottoman in there.
Oh, yeah.
No way I thought that thing was going in there. It's huge. There's no way. Find a way to power the main
And then there it
breaker.
goes. Just slips right in.
Yep, fit perfect. Hey, I guess you don't know till you try, huh? But if you would have asked me, no way. That wasn't fitting.
You know, some people with newer versions of my car, they fit 75-inch TVs into their GTIs.
Jesus.
Yeah. Now, granted, it gets a little comfy up front, but you're still fitting.
Uncomfy.
You're still fitting a 75-inch TV.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, there we go. Yes.
Connection solid.
There we go. Yeah, dude, I don't understand. I think one of the hardest things with relationships as well is like
Spiderman?
people change. You know? And you can't control that change.
No. Only they can.
You are who you are today is not who you were yesterday.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately that means that you're going to be a completely different person tomorrow. You know, who the hell knows who you're going to be 10 years from now. Oh, gosh. I forget these big guys hurt.
Like, I know Kat didn't think she'd be getting married.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely not.
I mean, I didn't think I'd be getting married.
Give
know?
me the cat and I'll let you go. Deal?
Ah!
Like, I knew I wanted to. But, like,
Come on, kid.
I wouldn't say this soon, but it's like, I still consider it soon, even though we're almost 30. It's like, there's no reason to rush things. I've seen people go through multiple marriages that are our age. It's like, why?
I have friends who are on their second or third marriage already.
Yeah, it's just like, why?
People rush to marry too, you know.
To interrupt the bonding process. Look out!
Shit.
It's a bad day to mess with us.
Let's see.
Take all of us.
Ooh, here's a good one. What is your justification for piracy?
Give me the cat and I'll let
The first
you go.
comment is eye patches and parrots. Thanks, Reddit.
Do you have a justification for piracy?
Seriously, guys? Give up your
Convenience.
fight. I'll figure it out eventually.
I don't pirate anything anymore. But what started my career in piracy was lack of demos for video games.
See, I never pirated games. It was always either music or movies.
I never pirated music.
See, my justification for music is the albums that I would torrent. I go to their concerts,
Okay.
which go more towards directly them, and every concert I buy their merch, which also directly goes to them instead of paying the studio and the publisher and the artist only getting a very small fraction. You know.
Yeah. Okay, I can kind of see that, I guess.
The other
I don't
thing
entirely
is,
agree with it, but I'll take it.
yeah.
I don't need to agree with it.
I mean, it's all a complete gray area.
Let's get out of here, Spider-Man.
I would pirate a game, and if I liked it, I would buy it.
Yeah.
And if I didn't like it, I wouldn't buy it. But what started it was... Gosh, let's see if I can even remember the name of the
Hey,
game.
man. Power restored.
That was your
Ice
load screen.
stopped. Spider-Man
Yeah, it was.
cat saved.
All in a day's great work.
Spider Cat.
Posting in the
Spider
FNSM
Cat
app about
does
these guys and their
whatever a
boss.
Spider Cat does.
Maybe we can get leads on who we're dealing with. Call you soon.
Shh. Shadow, do me a favor. Look up Shadow of Chernobyl.
Shadow of Chernobyl.
Yeah, Chernobyl. And I believe it had
Stalker?
Yeah, Stalker. Thank you, Stalker. Shadow of Chernobyl. And Call of Pripyat.
Oh, okay.
It was that game, and it didn't have a demo, and I wasn't sure if I would like it or not.
Got a surprise for you.
So, and I did end up buying it, but I torrented it first. And then later, because at the time, you know, I was young. I didn't have a lot of money, so especially it being a computer game, if you went and bought a game, you couldn't really refund it at the time.
Yeah.
You know, that Steam's ability to refund, Steam was still new and it was garbage.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to buy from GameStop if I didn't have to, and GameStop really wouldn't do games unless the game was new anyway.
Of course.
And the only reason I do movies now is, let's say I want to
Hey,
watch,
Spider-Man. What's good?
for example, since I was talking about it, let's say I wanted to watch like The Day After
Hey, man.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Any leads on who our cat thieves were working for?
But no
Chasing
streaming
down a couple
services
of
have it.
problems that might be connected.
I'm not gonna rent it off
Robberies on
fucking
Harlem's
Amazon for like
commercial strip.
$15
Something going down at
from
East
the
North.
from the
I'll post
comfort
in the
of
app
my
when I know
couch.
more.
Cool.
I
Thanks,
would.
dude.
Really?
Yeah. But probably watch a lot less movies than you do.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm pretty bent on you know, supporting the creator of the content. For whatever that means.
At some point, I just feel like something's old enough where it doesn't matter.
So I do kind of agree with that as well. Because I have before torrented like old video games
Yeah.
where it's like you can't find a copy of this anymore.
Or like the game maker doesn't even exist anymore.
That too, the game maker doesn't exist. You can't buy it anywhere. And even if you could, good luck finding like, you know, an old console to play it on.
Yeah, and I just pay so many fees on like streaming services anyway. So it's like whatever. I don't know.
Can we really afford to deal with twice as many?
Yeah, that was it. I would just torrent for like demos and stuff. I wanted to try out a game, and not every game had a demo. And then the few games that did have demos were, of course, the demo's only gonna show you the best part of the game.
Ooh. Now, here's an example this guy has. Now, I didn't deal with it because I never did Apple, but iTunes. When you buy an album off iTunes, you don't actually own it. So they can take that away from you.
For real?
Yes.
For real?
Yes.
The hell am I giving him money for then?
Exactly. So, this guy would torrent the album because he already bought it. And
Okay.
I'm totally for like downloading something if I already own it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I already spent the money.
That's almost my entire justification for torrenting. Is as long as I've already given my share of the money to who deserves it.
Spiderman, present
You know.
protective.
Ooh, Gabe Newell actually had a
Or
quote on
something
piracy.
else.
The
Thank
only
you
way
so
to
much.
combat
I
piracy
wasn't sure
is
how
to
I'd
offer a
suck.
better service
to
than the
help.
pirates.
That's true.
That is very true.
That's true.
Because nowadays everything is locked behind a streaming service.
Can we talk about that for a minute?
Sure.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh.
Right here on the PlayStation.
Yep.
You can't play it anymore. I now need PlayStation or PS Now.
Yeah.
Which is PlayStation's. I believe it doesn't download to your console. I believe you stream it.
Yeah, so it's like Xbox Game Pass.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe you stream it through your console. You might be able to download it. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
One of our
But,
advocates is a hostage inside a
Yeah,
store.
I can't play it anymore. I own it. And I own the expansion, the Frozen Wilds. I own it. I can't play it.
That's so dumb.
Garbage. I have another one that I can't play. I can't remember what it is. Because I don't play it anymore.
Now, I wonder what they'll be able to do about that when Horizon comes onto the PC. Because it's going to be on PC.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of Sony games coming to PC.
Uh-huh.
If there are any more
Like, I think there's a lot of Sony exclusives coming to PC
Yes.
soon.
Yeah, that annoys me. That was like my gripe with playing Outriders the other day. And being in single player and then getting kicked off the server.
Yeah.
Really? Go fuck yourself. I bought it. I bought a single player game. Not single player, but you know, there's a single player mode.
I only pirate when I feel like the company in question has business practices I cannot fund. Looking at you, EA.
I was really
I don't know, like
glad
maybe torrenting the newest version of
needed
Madden
a
every
break.
year because it's the same freaking game.
No,
Oh,
the
just-
player roster changes.
stuff.
Ooh.
It looks better every 3 years.
I went to your folks' old shop.
Oh, looks better. Did you say looks better every 3 years?
Yeah.
There might have been some kind of fight just before I got there. I went inside, looked
Oh,
around.
piracy is like hopping a turnstile. If I couldn't do it,
Found out
I
about
wouldn't pay
Rick.
for it. And since there's no actual loss to the provider, I don't feel bad. If there's no victim, there's no
sorry.
crime. Well then,
The what?
if there's no victim, there's no
What
crime.
else did you find out?
I want to help you.
I
You gotta talk
I
to me.
almost can't agree with that,
I know.
especially being somebody currently making content. You know,
Sorry your mom got
like,
hurt at her rally. If that new
I guess
Spider-Man
this will
hadn't
turn
shown
into
up,
ad
everyone would've been
money.
fine.
Yeah.
but
Please don't.
you know, if I made a song and then everybody
I know
torrented it
what
and
I'm
nobody
doing.
bought it, I wouldn't see anything.
Okay.
You know,
Now, there's actually two things I
So
do remember my dad
That's my big
torrenting that we
secret.
used
that's why
all the
I've been
time,
so
or at
busy.
least I used one
What's
of
your
them.
excuse?
Microsoft Word and
'Kay.
Microsoft Office. And then he torrented a
School.
working version of Photoshop.
Volunteering at fees.
okay.
Because there wasn't
always
those
busy
open
with stuff
source
like
ones
that.
available at the time.
What's the
Yeah.
real
And we
reason?
used it so little that spending
The
that
real
money
reason is
like was not viable.
All that
I've
shit's a
taken on
monthly
lot more
subscription now.
responsibilities
I
than
know
can
Office
handle.
365 garbage.
Made me push
Yeah.
my
Like it's
envelope.
stupid. My mom is constantly like,
here to fix
"Hey,
that.
should I get Microsoft 365?" I'm like, "Mom,
Maybe
No.
I could join your
you know
club?
Google Docs? It does the
Google?
exact same freaking thing.
Exactly the same.
You can even save it into
know.
a Microsoft Word file. And you honestly shouldn't even download it in that
Rick
format
was-
anyway. Download it as a PDF because guess what? Everyone
best.
and their mother can open a PDF.
get why you're
Doesn't
doing
matter
this.
what device you're on.
And
you
Google
want my
Docs
help,
will turn a
all
PDF
in.
into a Word file so you can alter
not,
it and then
yeah.
turn it back into a
And
PDF.
guess what?
for you.
Worries.
Oh my goodness.
You
I
can
have
save
it
for me.
automatically synced between
You're
anything
a
logged
good
into
friend,
my account.
Miles.
My too.
What a freaking concept.
Okay.
Like,
Let's go.
the only thing is
Where?
Google Slideshow probably doesn't have as many things as PowerPoint. But
Yeah.
after being out of school, who the fuck uses PowerPoint?
You know I'm not good with heights.
You'll be
Probably big
fine.
offices.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, but at that point, big offices just pay for Office 365.
That's true. It's true too. Then you have PowerPoint.
Yeah.
You'll need to prove yourself.
'Cause, like,
at the
right
end of
now,
the round. I'll show you how when
my-
we get to Fisk Tower.
Our
You're
IT
setting
guy,
the Kingpin's office space?
he...
After he went to prison, the feds seized
I
his
make this a
property.
fact to
They
everyone
haven't
that
gotten
I do
around to
not
selling
like the
it,
guy.
So we moved in.
He's a lazy IT guy,
How'd you get
and
involved in all
he's an
this?
IT guy back in the day
Underground,
where
the
he's all
tinkerer.
like analog.
Tinkerers are not
So he
in my
knows
role.
nothing about this digital
I built
stuff.
everything. The mask,
But it's,
the weapons.
you gotta keep up,
Programmable
I know.
matter.
especially if
Right.
you're gonna be like a
The
computer guy.
underground
Yeah.
tried to rob
So
my
we got
granddad's
these
shop
new
and saw what
scanners
I was working
at
on.
work,
We made a deal.
and
I know you're after Krieger.
I'm like, hey, I need some screen
what do they
protectors
get
for
out of
these,
it?
or I'm gonna find
Besides
some myself
guns?
and buy them.
Notoriety.
He's like, oh, they
Someone
use
so
Gorilla
well
Glass
known,
5.
you
They
can get away
shouldn't
with
scratch at all.
anything.
Then why the
You're
hell
good with
does this
that?
have scratches from being in my
Can't
pocket?
take on rocks on a line.
Yeah.
That is empty of
Come on.
things. What Gorilla Glass version is it? 1? Because Gorilla Glass 6,
You need to jump
or
from
the
crane
latest
to the
Gorilla
balcony.
Glass, scratches at a
your
level
fear.
6,
They're
deeper
watching?
grooves at a level
windows.
7.
I fucking hate you.
You have to. Come on, you'll be fine.
And like, so one of the office ladies, her computer was going slow. So she's like, hey, can I get a faster computer? It was running a hard drive, so her new computer is running an SSD.
Okay.
So he sent her the SSD computer, blank.
Come on, Mouse.
He's like, oh, you can just set all this up yourself. It's like, okay. She doesn't have time for that. And for one, that's your freaking job.
It's your whole job.
Yeah.
You are the IT guy.
Yeah. Like,
And it takes time, not effort, to set it up.
yeah. Like, you know how easy it is for you to take both the hard drives, clone the drive, put it into the computer, and then, oh, the computer just knows what it's doing. What a fucking
Am I
concept.
officially in the club now?
Sure. But watch
You
your
know,
back. These guys
I
take a
think
while
the
to warm
birth
up to
of
new
lazy
people.
IT guys is
Here it
how
is,
many IT
where the
problems
plan
can
comes
be
together.
Googled.
Oh, yeah.
So, your plan.
Like,
As long as
How
it's
does
not
Nathan
like
fit in?
some sort of network
saying
infrastructure
you
problem.
yeah. It's like, Matt, I love you, but
Making some adjustments.
90% of your problems, I Google.
Today to settle in.
Yeah.
Right.
IT is literally just being a black belt at Google Food.
Got a new recruit.
Yeah.
And
Just
also-
knowing how to keyword stuff.
Also, reading the warning.
Yeah.
There's so many stories that I've read where people see the warning and they just click it. They're like, did you read it? No.
New enemies.
Well, how are you supposed to know what the problem is? I don't know.
Name's Spiderman, right?
It's like, just
This week's most
read the
unwelcome
prompt.
surprise.
Just for the love of God. Like, oh, we have something called a server mix at work. And that allows us to test the purity of a gas.
I need to deal with
Okay?
Okay.
Here, okay?
So,
Sure.
now it's a calibration
My
tool,
chance. Gotta figure out where she's keeping
right?
the new form.
Yeah.
So you're forcing it
Might be
to
able find some
calibrate.
clues in here.
So on an oxygen, it could be reading like 200%. But it doesn't matter because you're calibrating it to read 99.9%.
Stuff from
Okay.
Okay? So if it's out of that spec, so if it's reading 200%, it'll like flash and beep at you and be like, this is out of recommended space. It's like, yeah, it's fine because you're forcing it to go to 99%.
Where they train.
Scott, my hard-headed coworker, he's like, it's not letting me
Like
calibrate.
this.
Like, what are you talking about? Because I've had to fix this problem multiple times. I'm like, okay, show me what you're looking at. He's like, it pops up with the screen and I can't do anything. I'm like, hey,
Source.
so you see where the X is to cancel, right? He's like, yeah, that's what I pressed. I'm like, did you know on the other side of that is a check mark to go through with the calibration? He's like, oh, I've never seen that before. I'm like, you've been in this business 20 fucking years.
Not only how long have you been here, how long has this machine been here?
A lot of
Yeah.
cash.
And also, how long have I been here? And you're asking me these questions. Like,
Downstairs.
that's like
Promising.
You're supposed to teach me, bud.
that's like an apprentice tradesman answering questions to like his master.
You're like, bro, this is your whole department.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're supposed to train me, not the other way around.
This ain't my department. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're asking the wrong fool.
Uh,
I can do that.
when you want it next time?
It won't let me. If you think I know, that's your job.
I'm waiting for you. Find a stopping point. This could be a stopping point.
Sure.
'Kay.
Up and over the ledge.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Who are you texting?
My mom. Yeah.
My
She
mom.
needs me at home.
Right now? Really?
Yeah. Her wrist is in a cast. I need to help with dinner.
Did you tell her I'm...
Part of a giant underground
Thanks.
organization committing arguably war
You can
crimes.
head out that way.
and
See you back here
domestic
soon?
terrorism.
Definitely.
Why are Americans afraid to say domestic terrorism?
'Cause that means we're the terrorists.
We totally are.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a great way to end. We're all terrorists. Good job.
Stairway. Spider-Man taking the stairs, if that's not a joke.
The stairway to next time.
Let's see if they keep their secrets down.